Hello and welcome to MPL Presents Cricket Buzz Live. Well, Mumbai Indians have got to 187 runs. Didn't look like they would get there, but then Hardik Pandya, 32 of 14, ensuring that Mumbai pushed to 187. It looked fairly dodgy. Well, a lot of wickets fell really quickly. It looked like they wouldn't get to 170, but then when Hardik gets going, well, very little that opposition bowlers can do. And he was just in fine swing today, really. It was a delight to watch that innings. 187 for 8. I have with me, of course, Mr. Jadeja, Mr. Hardik ke saath main bhi excite ho gaya hu.
No, but for overseas commentator, Jadeja is the most difficult word to pronounce.
But it's actually Jadeja.
Jadeja, correct.
Correct? It is. But is it also, we have to ask Sanjay Manjrekar, it is Hardik Pandya or Pandya?
Pandya.
Pandya.
As in, starts with a bad joke, yeah, Pandya.
Pandya. Hardik Pandya. Nah, it doesn't ring though.
Ab hai so hai.
Let me be a little international about it. Hardik Pandya. It's also, remember, Danny Morrison used to call him Virat Kohli.
I think you should ask Shiraz. Is it Pandya or Pandya?
Bichara, Shiraz has no idea. Shiraz has forgotten his own name. After that, दूसरे का क्या याद रखेगा? Well, sir, quickly, with these guys, they started well. Oh, sorry, of course, Ajay is sitting on the MPL Super Couch because his guess was 190, very close, 187. See, you're so averse to playing this game. Whenever I ask you this question, oh, if, but, tota, vastu, janampatri, it's just guess, दिल से बोलने का.
So, वही तो कह रहा हूँ, अब मैंने वास्तु वाला भी रख लिया है. तोता मैं लेके आता हूँ साथ. राहु काल देखता हूँ. फिर मैं देखता हूँ आज कौन सा वार है. आज है बुधवार. So बुधवार is 160 plus the date. What is the date?
You got it absolutely right. Well done. 28 or 188, and that's the target.
Yeah. So now I figured it out.
Now you figured it out.
वार तो उसने किया.
वार तो लेकिन था तो बुधवार.
नहीं क्या हुआ अब तक किसी ने खराब जोक नहीं मारा था. मैंने बोला चलो मैं स्टार्ट.
Sir, और जब when Hardik does bar like this, bowler feels like Buddhu.
Waste of time batting. Waste of time.
When he does bar like this, the coaches and captain and the team should feel Buddhu.
Everybody feels
because if he can do this war, then why does he come in Budhwar?
Exactly.
Why doesn't he come in
Why is he coming on the 7th day of the? Why is he coming when the week is over? Is the question. Don't come to work on a Friday evening for the first time in the week, man. Hardik Pandya coming to bat at number 7. Ajay has, of course, made his thought very clear about it. I think he's way too good to be batting so low.
I think it's 5. Ajay thinks 3. I think it's 5.
Ajay thinks 3, in fact.
Ajay thinks 3, yeah.
That's if you leave Deacock out. I mean, if you bring Surya Kumar Yadav at the top.
Then Ishan Kishan at 3.
Oh, I mean, 3 I don't mean by every time, but he's got to get in there early.
Yeah.
When he gets in there, I keep seeing this, and not just with this team, you see most teams. There's a normal game that goes on. Then we saw that with Russell last night. You saw that with Hardik Pandya today. They were bowling different lengths, different line. The approach was different. Suddenly, when an attacking player comes in, the opposition goes into the shell, thinking, "Oh, I don't want to let him hit a 6." So imagine if somebody walks in over number 8 like Hardik Pandya, and the opposition has already decided to go defensive. If he has and he plays smartly. It's not that he doesn't use his cricketing brain. He's got no problems. Nobody's trying to get him out. He's getting one a ball every time. The field opens up. Yeah. So you got to play with the opposition's mind, and that's the reason I feel. Not that he can't hit at the end. He's fabulous.
But and give him more time. Let him hit.
I tell you what is like about it. A lot of sloggers who come down at 7, 8 have one place where they hit the ball. Even look at Andre Russell. Andre Russell will hit the ball there. Occasionally hit here. Yeah. Hardik hits here. Hardik hits here. Yeah. He'll hit there. So there's no one place that he hits the ball because he's a batsman.
Yeah.
At heart, he's a batsman. I'm convinced he's a batsman, and that is how his career will go. He's a batsman who will bowl. He will become a number 6 eventually, but that's a different story. Yeah. But you can't bowl one place to him because he's got shots all round.
Correct, and that's what he showed today, really all round. And you look at it, and he's played 14 balls, and with so much trouble in that proverbial middle, the middle overs, besides UV, of course, who in Hardik, we shouldn't forget what UV did, hit Chell for 3 sixes in a row. Well, it looked like Durban was going to happen all over again. It did. He got caught at the boundary of the 4th, almost a 6 there, and if there was 4, there would have been 6.
You give him, I said that the other day when he was going after Akshar Patel, you give UV a left arm spinner or a leg spinner tossing it up, he'll dust off the rust at 85, stop playing with his grandchildren and hit 3 sixes.
With his walking stick.
Because he's just got that natural bat swing that nobody else has of that. I mean, there've been a lot of great players, but just the natural swing is.
Yeah, obviously there was UV who injected a little bit of acceleration into the strike rate, but Ajay, in the middle, they really fell apart after that. The scoring rate really fell apart after the power play.
Yeah, I think once UV got out, in fact, UV also took a little time. You take those last 3 balls that he faced out. That stage, it did get a little slow. That is a stage where, you need to have players who keep the game moving. It's not about 4s and 6s all the time, because you may not have the freedom to do that.
Yeah.
So there weren't many singles coming. And I thought RCB was smart today, and Virat Kohli, I've got to say.
Yeah.
Used his bowlers much better. This is the advantage of having 6 bowlers, or, different kinds of bowlers. You don't let the opposition plan the way they want to play.
Yeah.
So, they bowled spinners at that stage, then brought back seamers on. Once, the hard hitters came in, bowled short to Kunal. So, RCB played well. I think they played smartly till that stage where they thought only, Hardik is left. Otherwise, I think RCB's probably played a better game. You got to a total which is close to 190, but I still think RCB's had a better half in the first game.
Yeah,
except for the last 3-4 overs, the mood is gone.
The mood is gone. So obviously Mumbai walks into the half time with their head held high because of Hardik's fireworks in the end. But if you take a minute and you take a deep breath, RCB will go, hang on, this is actually not a daunting total on this ground.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not. It's just that if they get off to a good start, they can't lose Kohli AB.
Yeah,
but Hetmyer could come into his own.
Yeah.
It's not a total where MI is sitting there and chalo, 2 point aa gaya.
Yeah.
It's not that kind of total, definitely not.
Yeah, you can't. And obviously this ground is actually favors chasing teams, and you've seen like 200 plus totals chased down here. So
except that they're a better bowling side today than they were in the first game.
Yeah.
They're a much better bowling side today than in the first game.
Yeah, they were. Let's have a look at their bowling then, since we're talking about it. Of course, there was Chahal, who picked up the 4 wickets actually. He picked up 4 wickets because he picked up Pollard on the last ball of his spell. So he's got 4 there. Should have had Pollard maybe a ball earlier with that, with that caught and bowled situation, but eventually got him. And there you go. So he's gone at exactly pretty much the run rate that the entire team has gone.
But he's getting 4 wickets.
But he's got 4 wickets. You'll be happy with Umesh actually, really sort of the pick of the day.
And he bowled him well. He bowled him at the right times. I think Virat now, when Umesh is playing for RCB, knows how to use him.
Yeah.
Doesn't leave him till the end. But you've noticed that with those 3, whoever you leave for the end is going to go for runs.
Absolutely, especially Chinnaswamy.
Yeah. But I love Chahal. It requires a brave guy to keep tossing it up, and then suddenly he'll toss 3 stumps outside off. And that's how he got those 2 over there.
Yeah.
How would you have played? Suppose someone's suddenly tossing it up there. You're going here.
I think with Pollard, that's probably the best ball to bowl. I was surprised with Surya Kumar Yadav because he actually likes it there. And when he tossed it a little further outside, he tried to make extra room, and with that extra bounce that you get on this wicket. On this wicket, you actually don't need to make room because the bounce is already there. So wherever you are, you should actually just go through with it. He tried to, not muscle it, but place it that way, and that went up. With Pollard, that's the place you want to bowl. Anywhere within the stumps, Pollard hits you down the ground. Very rarely do you see him hit anything at mid-wicket or wide mid-on. It's all straight. So the further away that you are, it makes it more difficult for him to fetch it.
Let's talk about Chahal for a second, because I always say he's a small guy with a big heart, and leg spinners have to be big-hearted. And if you're bowling in Chinnaswamy, you've got to have a heart the size of a balloon, really, right?
Yeah, you got to have that, and you got to have a heart to toss it up because it's a double-edged sword, because it could go for a 6 as well. I think I'll add one more thing to that. He's got a very smart brain, maybe
chess
because
player.
of his chess player. So he actually plays chess there. So if you see him bowl, when there is a guy who's trying to hit him, there's 2 balls that he bowls. He either goes flat and flipper towards the leg side, and most players don't hit it on, onside. They don't hit that sweep that we used to see in olden days. And some players don't hit it this way. So Pollard, he went this way. Surya Kumar Yadav, if you see, he kept him all the first few balls that he bowled was all on this side, and suddenly he went away. So it's the cricketing thought or brain or whatever you may call it that he uses so beautifully. He understands. It's not that every ball is the same pace. Unlike Kuldeep Yadav, 90% balls are one pace. With Chahal, it's at what stage he's bowling, who's he bowling against. He looks at many more things than Kuldeep Yadav. I think that's the big difference between both of them, and that's why I always rate Chahal a much better bowler than Kuldeep.
It's a braver ball, isn't it? But to toss it there is a braver ball than to ping it into the pads, which is a more predictable ball.
Yeah, it is. And, a lot of old-time cricketers say, well, you judge the heart or the jigger of a batsman when he said, I want to go out and open against those West Indian pace bowlers of then. I feel that kind of courage is equated with a spinner wanting to bowl in Chinnaswamy. right? Because the boundary is right here. Hardik hit one into Cubbon Park today.
Also higher altitude, ball travels much more there.
Exactly. There's a few that have gone out of the stadium many times. I mean, Chris Gayle, in fact, has probably damaged the skulls of about 8 or 9 walkers. You know, when they go evening walk in Cubbon Park.
You're right. It's a stadium that's in the middle of the city and there's traffic all around.
Exactly.
So that one from Hardik didn't touch the stadium, right?
Yeah.
It just went straight out.
It went straight out. Yeah. But it went on the other side. So I feel like...
MG Road, the pub. It's gone to the pub.
Towards one of the pubs. This guy's sitting and having a beer going, oh, rough day, man. That guy really hit me hard. Thank God he hit me out of the stadium. All right. Well, of course, Robin Singh from the coaching staff of Mumbai Indians said that the team that hits the most number of sixes today are the ones who will win. His team has hit 9.5 if you count that outside one.
I think it's upper.
I think 9 is too less.
9 in 20 overs? Kya lagta hai?
Oh, I mean, one of those stats that you look at. If Virat Kohli is batting and he would chase this total down, he won't hit that many sixes.
Yeah, correct.
But or even AB de Villiers if he bats through. But if Grandhomme has to come and win this game, then you will have sixes that will surpass that. So who plays at what stage? I think that will decide how many sixes. But it's a chaseable total without sixes.
It's a chaseable total without sixes. All right, before we go, we're going to take a prediction for the second half as well. Not a prediction, gassing game. It's a gas. You know why I'm saying gas like that, right? Because all the ads that I see on TV these days, none of them have the correct pronunciation for anything. Yeah, it's Carrier.
I thought you said...
Yeah, I'm really enjoying. I'm having good days in my career. I got promotion.
I thought you were saying gas because gas is generating the numbers.
Actually, you're right. This probably could be a gassing game, right? Because we're all just gassing. None of us have any idea, right? We're just gassing. So, sir, what is your gas?
Oh, gassing is...
No, you're one second. He's actually, should we put him under pressure first? Should he be going first or last?
Okay, I'll go last.
He should be going last. All right. So you're saying RCB for the win. You have to say that in how many overs? Guessing.
But since you're the center guy, go first.
Okay, I'll go first then. RCB will win this in 18.2.
I was actually going to go 19.1.
19.1.
If it was Dhoni, it would have been easy. I would have said 19.5.
19.5, anyway. Always.
Whatever the score, 19.5.
Yeah. 18.2, 19.1. What's yours?
He's going contrary and saying, am I going to win, right?
There's a 3 ball.
There's something on his face.
There's a 3
I
ball
don't
swing
think. I mean, it can happen, but I don't think. With that whole lot of batting that RCB has, it's probably going to come into use today. And I would go close with...
So 19.3? 19.1.
So I'll pick what
देखो दोनों बैठ नहीं सकते उस पे.
No, that'll be great. I want both of you to sit together on the same couch.
No. No.
Okay, then I'll go.
I want your wives to watch it.
I like him, but not that much.
Yeah, I want your wives to watch it.
How many balls? 19.1 you said?
Yeah.
Cut it halfway, what happens?
He said 18.3, so you're going to go 18.5.
No, 19.3 and a half or 4?
19.3 and a half?
I'm trying to be...
Oh, Asha, I know why you're saying 3.5. That's a good way to segue into, you're bowling and it's a Mankan.
Oh!
But we're not going to
but that is still 0.3 only.
We're not going to talk about that.
But if he does that means the bowling side has won.
We are not biting their bait. Okay, so I've got a win for RCB in 18.3, yours 19.1, you're 19.4. It's a 3-ball swing, so... Matlab 3-ball swing for you on the other side doesn't help because then that would be 20.1.
So suppose MI win,
yes.
Then as the incumbent he continues sitting on that chair?
No, then we take this chair away. Nobody deserves it. We're serious about the MPL Super Couch. Nobody gets to sit on it. Wasim gets to sit on it for all the coffees that he brings us. He's the good man. He's the man. I'm telling you, the pilot of the rocket ship is not as important as the guy who fuels it. All right, that's all we have time for on MPL Cricket Buzz Live. We're going to see you at the end of the 10th over in Cricket Buzz Combox. See you later, alligator.